Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me today for a rummage through a small pile of cards that I found tidying up my office. So I've been kind of overhauling here and organizing things and getting the office in shape and eliminating the piles and stacks of cards that I have everywhere, and found in the bottom of my closet this long neglected pile that I had, I guess, meant to sort away and never done anything with. So we're just going to dive into them here. Probably got about 20 cards. I'll try to keep this brief. Just one soccer card on the top. Got this Topps Chrome UEFA Champions League Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and I've sort of lost track of him. I think he was with Arsenal last I knew, but that's from a random box break that I did of that product back when you could buy hobby boxes of soccer cards for reasonable amounts of money, all the way back in 2018. So not sure how that stray ended up on the stack, but that'll be filed away accordingly. Most of the rest of this is going to be baseball with a little bit of hockey here and there. Here's a guy who's gotten off to a dreadful start to the 2022 season. Maybe dreadful is a little strong, but he's batting below the Mendoza line, I'm pretty sure, at least at the timing of me filming this video. But I'm still a big believer in Kyle Tucker. He was arguably the best hitter, or one of the best hitters in the game from like May on last year. So he's got somewhat of a history of slower starts, and with what happened with spring training this year, I do think he'll be back. He's already clubbed a few home runs, so the power is there. Just needs to get that batting average up a little bit. And this is a neat insert from his time with the Fresno Grizzlies, so pre-rookie card there. This is based on those Transagram cards, I think they're called, that came out with action figures like in the late 60s. And that's a Heritage Minor League insert there. Picked that up for dirt cheap off ComC long way back. Now I've got some of my favorite parallels of the 2010s, these Platinum Diamond Anniversary cards. So I'm more into the Cognac Diamond Anniversary, which are like the sister parallels to these, and they have that cognac coloring. But I do love these silver or platinum Diamond Anniversary parallels as well. Topps just knocked it out of the park in 2011 with the parallel game in the flagship set. And of course, they extended those parallels to include the Retired Legends variation. So I'm trying to get all of these in Cognac. There are over 70 of them between Series 1, Series 2, and Update. I'm not as determined to get them in Platinum Diamond Anniversary format, but I will pick them up when I find them cheap. So I've got Jimmy Fox here. These are all Retired Legends. Jim Palmer, nice shot there, mid-delivery. Favorite for this Red Sox fan, Carlton Fisk. Gotta love that one. Nice horizontal image on that card. Got the Bert Blyleven with the Indians. I believe Blyleven had two different Legends parallels in 2011. This is the Indians version. Here's a nice Darryl Strawberry. Shout out to my friend Doug at Don't Talk to Robots, who recently did a very nice top 10 Darryl Strawberry autographs video that I enjoyed quite a bit. Guessing Doug probably has that one already. Here's the Hawk, Andre Dawson with the Cubs. Then we close out this little run of these Platinum Diamond Anniversary Legends with Eddie Murray, who is underrated, I think, for being a Hall of Famer as much as he can be. And I was recently reminded of his greatness when Miggy joined the 500 home run, 3,000 hit club and became just the 7th player in baseball history to do that. And Eddie Murray was one of the previous 6, if I'm not mistaken. So that is elite company, and a very nice shiny Murray parallel there. I got a couple Red Sox here. Used to be much more of a hardcore Red Sox team collector than I am these days, but here's a nice David Ortiz out of the Upper Deck Masterpieces set. They did 2 of these for baseball in the late 2000s. They were really neat. Obviously the artwork kind of varied, but most of them were really, really well done. I liked Upper Deck Masterpieces better than Topps Gallery as illustrated sets go. And this is one of the nice raised border parallels. So this green border is raised with the image or the painting inset, which kind of makes it look like a frame or a framed painting. So kind of a neat big poppy there. I've got a lot of David Ortiz cards just from Red Sox collecting over the years. So certainly have more big poppy coming in the future here on the channel, but just that one, I think, anyway, in today's stack. Here's a refractor out of 2010 Topps Chrome featuring Daisuke Matsuzaka, who was a pretty big deal in his time with Boston, at least in the early going. Had a decent career, ended up pitching with, I think, the Mets. And I'm just a sucker for Topps Chrome Shine. I do think it's interesting that while there's no etching in this year, they did the refractor finish kind of carried over onto the image of the player as well, which is something that Topps doesn't always do. In some of the more modern sets, the background will be refractor, but the player image won't. But nice Daisuke there. Still remember what a big deal he was when he broke onto the scene and the Red Sox signed him in like 2007. He was briefly the darling of the baseball card hobby for a short while there. Here's a fun 80s rookie that I think should get a little more love. The great Julio Franco with the Cleveland Indians on the 83 Topps Traded design. Like this set because it also features the first appearance. Oh no, I'm sorry, I had that wrong. I think the first appearance of Ozzie Smith as a Cardinals in the 82 traded set, so I'll take that back. But 83 traded has the Darryl Strawberry and this Julio Franco rookie card. I really admired the man just because he played to such an advanced age at the game's highest levels. Anybody who can be in there taking hacks in the batter's box in their late 40s at the major league level gets some respect from me. Next up, we got a hockey card here. This is a 50s Parkhurst. I've shown a few of these before. I want to say this one is 57. And nice Tom Johnson, defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. Not overly familiar with Tom and his career, but as I've mentioned when I've shown Parkhurst hockey in the past, in the same way that I love basically any 50s baseball card, I will not turn down any 50s hockey card, whether it's Parkhurst or Topps. And that's one that I found on eBay a long while back for like, I think between $5 and $7. So happy to add that one to the collection. Here's a Cognac parallel that I referenced when I was talking about these Platinum Diamond anniversaries. This is not a retired legend short print, although this is questionably a legend that is now retired. Manny Ramirez in the unfamiliar Chicago White Sox uniform. So just grab this one because I did enjoy Manny's time in the league. And as I mentioned, these Diamond Anniversary parallels are the best that Topps gave us in the 2010s period, in my personal opinion. So cool Manny there. Here is a nice David Pastrnak. So I've talked about these speckled rainbow foil parallels before, but essentially you had to accumulate 100 copies of a player's base card via the ePack app to trade them in for just one of these speckled rainbow foil parallels. So this is a pretty neat card. I think this is like a third year Pastrnak, but he's a very, very talented player for the Bruins. Once again in the season that just wrapped up, or I think it might have been his first time ever. I didn't look before shooting the video, but achieved the 40 goal mark on the season for the Bruins. So he is a young sniper that certainly had a promising start to his career. Still in the very early going, so it remains to be seen, but he is certainly on the early track to be someone who could be inducted in the Hall of Fame someday, and is certainly at the very least one of the premier scorers of this generation, current generation of players. To go along with that one, here's another, this is a second year Pastrnak card from 2015 O-Pee-Chee, and it is the retro parallel. So I've mentioned before that I'm a big fan of pursuing second year cardboard, especially when a player's rookie cards start to get a little bit out of hand price-wise. I think the second year is an attractive kind of way to go when you need to get creative. So happy to have that one in the PC. Looks like we actually had two Parkhurst hockey cards in this one. This Gary Collins with the Maple Leafs is from the same set as the Tom Johnson, but is in much better shape. You can really see, looking at them side by side, that the Johnson has yellowed with time. And actually, I'm wondering if this is the same set. This is obviously a poorly researched episode here on Shoebox Legends. I noticed that we've got the Canadiens logo on this one, but no Maple Leafs logo on this card here. They do look similar, but the year wasn't always included with Parker. So I think these might actually be two different sets. But throughout the 50s, it gets a little murky because most of the Parker sets, or quite a few of them, look pretty similar. And they only featured Canadiens and Maple Leafs players in the Parkhurst release, being Canadian-based. They really just focused on those franchises. So however you slice it, a couple of cool 50s hockey cards there. And then we're going to close it out with a trio of baseball cards. First one being a relatively scarce Xander Bogarts. This is from 2013 Topps Heritage Minor League. And of course, while it says Red Sox here, he is actually depicted with the Pawtucket Red Sox, or the Paw Sox, who were the AAA affiliate of the Boston Red Sox for decades and decades in my small home state of Rhode Island. Just recently, the organization made a change, and that franchise moved to Worcester, Mass, and they're now the Woo Sox. But this is a really nice pre-rookie card or minor league card of Xander. Most of these cards are white bordered, just like the 64 Topps design that they're kind of based after. But this is a black parallel, which was a somewhat tough card to get. Not impossible, but numbered out of just 96. So continuing on with the accumulation and organization of my ever-growing Xander Bogarts PC, and that's a pretty nice one there. So happy to have that guy. Did a VR recently for Deedsy over at Deedsy Breaks, where I got into a lot of the nicer Bogarts cards that I have. That one didn't make the cut, but it's no slouch either. And we've got a Topps Chrome green refractor of Chris Sale out of 2019 Topps Chrome. This was a purchase of opportunity. Wasn't necessarily pursuing this card. I'm not a Chris Sale collector per se, but found this available on ComC, I believe, for like $1. And he is a very talented pitcher, and these are numbered out of just 99. And as I've said many, many times on the channel, I'm just a hopeless sucker for the many different colored refractors that exist in Topps Chrome year in and year out. So kind of a cool Red Sox pickup there on the cheap. And then we're going to close out with a Topps Chrome refractor as well. This beautiful second-year Mookie Betts. Mookie's off to a slow start, but a lot of players are in the 2022 campaign here. A lot of baseball left to be played. I'm a huge believer in this guy. Multiple World Series championships. He's already got an MVP. Was just very, very exciting player to watch in his time with Boston. He does have a Chrome rookie card in 2014, but it's in the sort of update version of Chrome, and so it's much scarcer. Doesn't have the same variety of colored parallels that you typically see in the standard Topps Chrome release. And so this second year card in 2015 is really the first time that we were able to acquire the many different colored parallels of a Betts Topps Chrome. And as I touched on earlier in this very video, huge fan of the second year stuff. So really happy to have that pink refractor for my little collection of Mookie Betts cardboard. So that's a wrap on that pile. Very, very random. Clearly these need to be sorted appropriately and put away in the right spot in the collection. I don't know how this random grouping of cards kind of ended up all together, but I certainly enjoy and adore a lot of these, and we're happy to show them off here on the channel today. So thanks for stopping by and joining me on this random rummage. And as always, I'll be back in the very near future with some more sports card content. Until then, take care and enjoy the hobby.